Hey, Facebook. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me see. Hey, if you are on Facebook, let me know. Just let me know you can hear me. Just want to make sure everything is streaming. I got the baby asleep in my arms. But I wanted to address something today. A while back, I was on Clubhouse, I guess just a few weeks ago, and there was a lady on there, actually several women who were looking to bring their business online, and they were just really tripped up with this idea of branding and creating a logo for their business. And I just wanted to hop on for a few minutes and offer some really quick, easy, practical tips that you can take today to get your business branded and up and running on whatever platform you prefer. So I got my notes here, and I'm just going to walk through a few things and share my screen with you. Let's see. Hold on, I did something weird with my Flash player. Hang on, guys. Okay, gotta love the pop-ups. All right, so the first thing I want to walk through is just a few questions to ask yourself when you get started, right? So what is a brand anyway? And why do I need one? Why can't I just do my thing? And while you can certainly do your thing, that's awesome. And action is better than inaction. So you're already on the right track if you're doing the thing, right? But creating a brand is just building this entity that people can trust. A brand is kind of like your, let's see, like your home place for your offer, like what are you about? What do you do? And just being very clear about what services your brand is going to bring to people, what problems you're going to solve, and what community that you're going to serve with your brand helps define things for the people who need your services. And then they're going to trust you to keep coming back to you when they have a need in that same area. So it's really important to define that early on, but don't get stuck there. Like I said, action is better than inaction. So don't get stuck thinking like you have to check all the boxes or answer all the questions. But at some point, circle back and come and try to answer these questions for yourself and get a clear understanding of what your brand is and how you're going to serve the people that are going to be like your clients or your customers. We call that your who, just to simplify it. So okay, if that's what a brand is, now what is a logo even? And why do I need a logo? Well, your logo is like your brand's fingerprint. This is going to tell people at a glance, because we are humans and we are that good, we can tell what this brand is and how it relates to me and what it offers that I can trust to keep coming back to, right? To solve my problem. So let's just think through a little bit. For example, if my brand is Home Goods, and I am going to solve your problem because I'm bringing some really great, affordable, beautiful decorations for your home. And I'm making it really easy for you to shop for them and have them sent to your house in 2 days. And that's how I serve you. So if that's my brand, then what does my logo need to look like? Um, One of the first things I would do is look at other logos of other companies who are doing a similar thing that you're doing. So maybe Magnolia Home by Joanne Gaines. Maybe I would go over there and take a look about like what does her logo look like? Gosh, it looks very like typeface and it feels farmhousey, like it's already now she has an empire, so she's she's kind of like already built this thing in, but I can just look at that logo and tell like, man, that makes me feel that's a comfy farmhouse feel. All right. And so like maybe let's think of another one. Um, let's think of another brand. Okay, here's an easy one. Walmart, they've got that little star now. They've always had some sort of star, but now it's like the little yellow one. I can see that on anything and know that's Walmart's, and it's just a simple star. But because there's no one else out there doing what Walmart's doing, for me, like locally, I can be to the store in 4 minutes and get in there and get what I need. I can pick up the groceries. Like that brand has provided so much value to my family. Like when I see that, my mind is automatically like, boom, Walmart. Okay, so those are two huge brands, but just to give an example about how a logo is a fingerprint, um, you just really want to build something that's simple and immediately directs your customer's mind to you and to your brand. So that's what your logo is. Now, a couple things. Let me look over my notes real quick and then we may do a screen share here real quick. All right. Okay, here we go. So a bit of homework that I like to give anyone I'm working with in logo design is find 3 logos that you love. It doesn't have to be a similar niche. It can be anything you like. Say maybe you like Magnolia Home logo, maybe you like Walmart logo, and maybe you like Lucky Brand logo. And there's something about each one of those that you really love. Get really clear on that and write it down. And that can help you sort of form what you're looking for in a logo too for your business by just letting some catch your eye and thinking through, why do I love this? Why am I drawn to this? Why do I want my logo to be similar in this way to this logo? And that can help you sort of form your logo as well. Now, another thing that is really important, I feel like in the beginning, is keep your logo simple. I've done this. I did this wrong with one of my brands. I had my logo a little too complex. And then when I went to have it put on it worked fine for the first product, but then when I had it put on my second product, it didn't work. The little flowers and the little details were too much and it couldn't be embroidered. So I actually had to have it printed on a patch and then the edge of it embroidered, and it wasn't what I was seeing in my head. So I think from the get-go, from the beginning, just keep it simple, black and white if possible. And you can always add color to your branding later. But in the beginning, it's so much easier to build on something simple than it is to go back to the drawing board and kind of like redo everything. So if you don't have a color scheme right now, don't worry about that. Just focus on logo first and see if you can come with something black and white and simple. All right, now I'm going to screen share and show you guys a couple of my favorite places to look for help in DIY logo creation and then also outsourcing it. So let me get this screen share set up. Thank you for being patient with me. Um, so the first one we're going to check out is Creative Market. This is a place I love to hang out. um, but I'm going to show you, let me see, I'm going to share it over here. And I can put a link. I think I have a coupon for this somewhere and I'll put it underneath the video here a little bit later. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you. Here we go. Creative Market, wonderful, wonderful place to shop. One cool thing is once you sign up every Monday, they have, where is it? I thought it was Get Inspired. Free goods. Yeah, every Monday they have these free designs that you can get, and you'll collect them. Like if you just go in every Monday and click it, and then it'll ask you to download. This is a bit of a rabbit trail, I'm sorry. But this is a way that you can kind of build up your Creative Market, what do they call it? Your uploads or whatever. You can kind of build it up by getting some of these free ones. But anyway, so in Creative Market, they have all sorts of logo kits. All right, and I'll show you my favorite place to use them too. All right, so here's a floral logo kit. Here is, and you can just scroll through and find like what catches your eye, especially if you do the first exercise. But notice how these are pretty simple and black and white. All right, so we'll say this one I feel really drawn to. I feel like this could really speak to my brand. Maybe I'm doing some nice thank you cards, and that just looks really pretty to me. So one thing that's important to remember, if you're doing this for your business, go ahead and get the commercial version. This means that you're buying the rights to use this logo design kit however you need to for your business, whether it's on your website or on your Instagram, or if you're using it to brand a product, it doesn't matter. You now have the rights to use it. So you can see it's just a few dollars more. Go ahead and get that. I don't know what this extended commercial is, honestly, guys. I have not, let's see if it gives us some info. I have not read anything about that. I usually just get commercial, and it comes recommended. So, so let me see. Maybe I can log in and show you the kit I got. Oh, goodness. Sometimes I don't remember how I logged in. Okay, that seemed to have worked. All right, let's go here and you can see my purchases. And this is also going to include all that free stuff that you get. And this is, let's see, can we search my stuff? Search, yeah, here we go, logo. So this was the first logo kit that I bought for one of my brands. Let me find it. Here we go. And see how cheap it was. And I bought the commercial rights, and it shows you like all these different ways that you can use these, but it comes in a file that just has the individual elements on it, and a lot of them. So the first one I put together on, what is that called? Using a Word document. That was not the best way to put this stuff together. All right, so I'm going to show you how, or my favorite website to put stuff together. All right, so let's say you bought that, you have all these beautiful elements, you download them to your computer, you come over to Canva, and they have a lot of really great tools, by the way, here to help you. They even have like a brand kit where you can keep track of your logo, your fonts, your colors, everything. So highly recommend Canva. It's free to use most every feature they have, but if you wanted to do more with it, they have a pro version, and it's like $15 or less a month. So it's really great. This is your brand kit that you can build here. I just sort of started it. I hadn't built it out, but here's my logo that I made. And then I uploaded my fonts. And so I'm starting this little branding kit here. So this is a great place to collect everything and plan. And then when you come to, let's see, templates, they've got everything you need, like everything. We can even go logo. We'll see what they got here. And this is another great tool also because they have plenty of pre-made things, like, and a lot of them are free. So if you want to just get started somewhere, you can do this today, and just kind of play around with some of these. So see, it tells you free. So this is a great place to start. But we'll say I'm going to create a blank logo, and I'm going to use some of these elements that I bought from Creative Market. All you have to do is go to uploads, and then you can upload from your computer. Hold on, Zoom's in the way. Let's see. It's organic. Oh, I just don't love that. All right. So anyway, you pick your file, we'll say that's it, and then you can upload it. I already have mine uploaded, so where is it going to be? Is it in Photos? I don't know why it's not showing up, but I do already have mine uploaded, but we'll just grab one real quick. Not showing me. All right, let me see here. Maybe it's in downloads. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in downloads. All right. Here we go. Organic honey. And this is all those elements. I love vectors when you're using vectors because they can go however big or small you want them to without being grainy. But there's only certain types of files that you can upload to Canva, and those aren't working now. So let's, oh, also in that logo kit, they showed me sample logos, which was awesome. All right, here's our images. Now all these I can download to Canva. So let's just grab one and it'll download here. So I got this crown. I can just drag it and then I could put text. They have all these different text styles that look amazing as you keep scrolling down. Some of them are free and some of them are not, but you can just get you some text going on. Otherwise, if you just wanted to add, you can add these little fields here. All right, so let's pretend I want to do, this is for Jada, so I'm just gonna walk through Jada's real quick. Let me grab my Jada's Naturals. Let's see. One-handed typing here, guys. Jada's Naturals. This is just a rough example, guys. Just a rough example. They're this is going to look a lot better when someone puts some love and time into it. All right. So let's try to move this guy down. I need my other hand. There we go. All right. Let's pretend that I've just put a lot of thought and love into this, and this is exactly what I want, except I want to keep everything black and white. Let me see. Will it let me filter it? Yeah, so we can just turn it black and white like that. Now, this is a little bit much. I just use this as an example. I would probably go for something a little more simple, because like all these different little lines, that's going to be very hard to put on certain things. So let's say I wanted to do something like this. It's very simple. Now, the one downside to using Creative Market and Canva to create a logo is it's not really uniquely yours. Like technically anybody could come on here and, you know, create their logo to look just like yours. So it's kind of hard to have an individual fingerprint that's uniquely yours this way. But this is easy and it's cheap and you can get started with it. So let me get rid of this thing right here. So as you go to share and download it, sometimes they offer you like all sorts of different things like business cards and all kinds of cool stuff. So that's another neat thing about Creative Market is once you develop your design, you can resize it to like anything, business card, Facebook post, poster, blah, blah, blah. So that's a really great way to get started. Here is another option if you want to outsource it. Fiverr. Fiverr is a great place to outsource things that maybe aren't your strong point, but it's very important to have a clear understanding of what you want before you come into here, because if you hire a designer, they're going to need to know exactly what you want. So going back to having a photo of the 3 brands that you love and being able to articulate what you love about each one and why, so that you can communicate that to your designer on Fiverr. So if I have, I'll look up and see if I have coupons for any of these places I'm sharing. If I do, I'll just put them below the video because sometimes they give me coupons to share. All right, let's see. I want a logo design. Okay, so I'm going to search that, but I need to be careful because I don't just want anybody who sometimes people can tell you that they know what they're doing and they don't. So if you go to seller details and then just click that top rated seller, that narrows down your search a whole bunch. Apply that filter and it's going to bump everybody to the top that's just really vetted. I'm in a different browser. Normally I have everything signed in. I think I'm with Google on this one. Maybe that worked. Okay. So now we have all these top rated sellers right up front, and you can see their prices are a little bit higher, but like this one right here, they have 5 stars and 160 reviews for 30 bucks. Now there is a little bit of tax involved. So, and then you may want to offer them a tip. So always kind of round up, say like, okay, for $50, I can have a logo that's pretty simple, looks something like this. That's a pretty good deal, you know, and they're even online right now. So if you wanted to talk to them, they would probably chat right back with you. That little green dot means they're online. I love when I find someone that's online right now because sometimes I just want to do something and get it started. I'm like not wanting to start something and then wait until tomorrow to really start it. So anyway, you can scroll down through here and see like some of them are going to be crazy, like animated and stuff and way more expensive, but you really just need something simple, something simple. You don't have to spend this much even to get started. So I feel like these are the top 3 that I would look at. And if my budget was on the lower end, like I'm just starting out, I would choose this guy. Now you can couple this with the Creative Market if you wanted to. If you bought some elements over there that you really liked and wanted to use on your logo, you could share that with them. But you need to know exactly what you want if you hire someone to do this for you, because they're going to do their best, but creative people that want to serve you well are going to do best if they have something to look at, right? So if you can show them, here's the 3 logos that I love, here's what I love about them, this is what my business is going to do and communicate to others. Can you make a logo to reflect that? And sometimes they'll give you several to choose from, and then you kind of pick one, and sometimes they'll let you work with it back and forth and get it just right. Sometimes not. Sometimes you just got to pick what they give you. So those are some questions you can ask early on, like how many revisions do I get and things like that. And sometimes they tell you just right here when you check on them. So anyway, I've never used this person before, so I can't like vouch for them, but they tell you 2 initial concepts included. All right. So they are going to give you 2 designs basically to choose from. And if you want to pay a little bit more, then of course you get more of these boxes checked. But you could totally start out with this basic one and just communicate with them what you're looking for. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a second and go back to my notes. All right, and then just real quick, I wanted to look over Jada's. Let me see. She's got a really, really neat, I'm in the wrong browser. She's got a really neat Instagram page. I'm gonna share my screen again so you guys can see. I love how she has photos of her work and what she's done. So we're just gonna scroll through real quick. I think the baby's starting to wake up anyway. All right, here's her logo. She said she doesn't really like it. She wants to rework it a little bit. It is really beautiful, but maybe it just has a little much going on. Maybe simplifying it to something that is more of a, like we said, a black and white simple design that may help her feel more comfortable with it, and then feel like she can print it on anything. She talked about maybe doing some hair care products in the future. But look at this. She is really helping her clients with their hair. See, she's repairing. She's thinking about maybe doing some creams or something later to help, or maybe a hair care line to help solve problems for her who. And here's her logo that she's using to share her offer with others. My internet's been a little bit slow, so we're not going to probably be able to see. Yep. Thank you, Mick. Thanks for letting me know. Here she's got her logo printed on this. That's really interesting. I like that. So she's already experimenting with having it printed on some things. I love that she's got this beautiful background made. So in the background of all her pictures, she has, call out her fingerprint, So I love that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with her logo, but I can understand her feeling like just not quite comfortable with it yet. And that's totally fine. Sometimes it takes working these things out. And I'm not sure if she designed this herself or she. Okay, looks like we got kicked off for a second. I'm not sure how this is gonna look when we get back over to Facebook, but we'll just keep going and we'll worry about fixing that later. Okay, so we were looking at Jada's Instagram and just talking about her logo. I think probably she would feel more comfortable just having a very simple element to her logo instead of like all the little small features. She might enjoy having something that is maybe like an initial with a simple icon or something behind it. So, but really, I love what she's doing, and I love how she's serving people and just helping repair hair damage, and that she's wanting to go the extra mile and really develop a brand that people can trust. That when they hear her name and they see her logo, they know like, hey, she's going to take care of me. And when she offers some cream or different hair care products to help in what she's doing, people are going to love it. They're going to want to keep coming back to her for her products because they work so well and because she's showing so much love and in service to her who. So really beautiful. I met Jada on Clubhouse and she was just a total sweetheart. She jumped in on a meeting and it was women in business. And a lot of women were like, I'm trying to take my business online and I'm really struggling with how to. Hey, I need some help. Can you help me too? It was overwhelming in the best way possible. So I really wanted to make sure. Okay, I don't think I'm screen sharing anymore. I really wanted to love and serve her well, and then also the other women that ask. But the reality is, I really can't do a walkthrough for everybody. But I thought if I just record this video, and then anyone that has the same questions can watch that and kind of go through and get some vision moving forward on how they want to brand their business or their product, and come up with a logo, even if it's we call it like a rough and dirty, like just something simple to get started, and you can always build on that later. So this went a little bit longer than I had expected, but I really wanted to explore those different options for anyone looking to start a business online or just brand your existing business. Um, and try to find a way to do that in a really simple, actionable, like not going to cost me an arm and a leg. So you have some options here between doing it 100% free or hiring a little bit of help, or maybe even just purchasing some professionally designed elements and kind of doing like a combination of the two. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments, and I'll be here as long as he's napping, just trying to share if I have any coupon codes or anything for you guys. So thank you for tuning in and just walking through this with me. And also, if you have any experience or um, advice or love that you want to add, feel free to drop that in the comments as well. I believe that we grow so much faster in community. So you are welcome to share anything that you have on the topic of logo design and branding below. And again, thank you so much for your love and support, and we'll talk soon.